Beloved, welcome to episode 2 of our collaborative arc, The Watcher Beyond Thought. If episode 1 introduced the moment when awareness awakens to itself, this episode teaches you how to live from that moment, how to relate to your thoughts in a way that dissolves decades of identification, pressure, self-judgment, and internal noise. Today, we explore one of the most liberating truths. Thoughts are not commands. Thoughts are weather, temporary atmospheres passing through the vast sky of your awareness. Let that settle into your being. You are not the storm, you are the sky. Part 1. The mind as a sky, not a story. Most people experience their mind as a story, a narrative they must fix, solve, interpret, or obey. But a deeper truth emerges when awareness becomes the observer. Thought is not stories. They are atmospheric movements. Just as weather arises from conditions in the environment, thought arises from conditions in the nervous system, the body, the past, the collective field, and even the hormonal rhythms of the day. Weather is not personal, and neither is thought. This realization frees you from the taking every thought seriously, or personally, or literally. Thought becomes something you witness, not something you become. Part 2. The 4 primary thought climates. Just like the sky has patterns, your mind has recurring climates. Not because something is wrong, but because the nervous system is wired for familiarity. Today, we name the 4 most common thought climates so you can recognize them without identifying with them. Number 1. Storm weather, the sudden surge of thought. This is the mind in overdrive, rapid thoughts, catastrophic predictions, emotional turbulence, urgency, what if spirals. Storm weather often feels threatening because it arrives quickly, loudly, and with force. But the watcher notices, the storm is loud, but I am not the storm. And the moment you watch the storm instead of entering it, the storm weakens. Number 2, fog, the mind that feels heavy or numb. Fog weather feels like mental confusion, lack of clarity, disconnection. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't feel like myself today. Fog is not failure. Fog is simply the mind resting, recalibrating, or protecting. Awareness can watch the fog with the same neutrality it watches the storm. There is fog here today, but the sky is still present beneath it. This is profound wisdom. 3. Heat, the agitated, irritated thought field. Heat feels like irritability, impatience, low-level frustration, overreaction, hypersensitivity. This climate often arises when the body is overstimulated or overwhelmed. But again, the watcher sees, the mind is overheated today. Recognition cools the climate. Number 4, stagnation, the repetitive, circular thought of field. This is the climate of rumination, looping narratives, old wounds replaying, competitive internal dialogues. Stagnation feels endless, but it's simply a low-pressure system of thought. It is a temporary pattern, not proof that you are stuck. Watching stagnation loosens the glue that holds it together. Part 3. The most important realization. Weather is never personal. Beloved, this is where the teaching deepens. Just as rain is not a punishment, a thought is not an indictment. Just as a storm is not a reflection of your worth, a mental storm is not a reflection of your truth. Just as fog is not failure, mental fog is not spiritual regression. Your thoughts are not about you. They are just weather forming inside the atmosphere of your being. This changes everything. When you depersonalize thought, you instantly reduce suffering. You stop interpreting everything. You stop battling everything. You stop making meaning out of everything. You begin to live from the watcher. Part 4. Why thought feels personal even though it isn't. If thoughts are impersonal, why do they feel so intimately woven into your identity? Because the body remembers the past. Thought often arises from old emotional imprints. The nervous system seeks predictability. Familiar thoughts feel true because they're familiar, not accurate. The ego claims ownership of everything it notices. If a thought appears, the mind says, "This is me." You were never taught to observe thought, only to obey it. Most people never encounter awareness separate from the mind, so they assume the mind is the self. When you realize the watcher exists, the illusion collapses. Thought becomes weather, the self becomes sky. Part 5. Your relationship to thought completely changes. When you see thoughts as weather, you stop fighting them, you stop believing them, you stop reacting to them, you stop fearing them, you stop chasing them, you stop feeling defined by them. Instead, you become calm, curious, spacious, observant, grounded, sovereign. This is the beginning of emotional regulation, mental freedom, and identity level awakening. Part 6. A guided awareness exercise, watching the weather move. Beloved, I invite you into a moment of presence. Close your eyes if you can. Soften your breath. And now, let the next thought appear. Do not choose one. Do not force one. Just wait. Here it comes. Maybe it's small. Maybe it's large. Maybe it's vague. Maybe it's sharp. Whatever it is, let it appear. Now, instead of analyzing the thought, look at it. Observe it the way you'd observe a cloud drifting across the sky. Ask, is this thought raising on its own? Did I create it intentionally? Does it stay? Or does it move, shift, dissolve? Notice the movement. Notice the impermanence. Now ask the essential question. If the thought moves, then who is the one witnessing the movement? This movement, this gentle moment of pure looking, is awareness remembering itself. Beloved, thought has been dethroned, not destroyed, not repositioned. You have learned that the mind is not a tyrant, but a weather pattern. You have learned that you are not the storm, but the sky. You have learned that freedom does not come from controlling thought, but by observing it. In the next episode, we go deeper into the architecture of the mind and reveal the inner characters who narrate your life. The narrator, the judge, the protector, the historian, and the strategist. Seeing them clearly is the next step in awakening the watcher.